First thing from this interview, you are a legend in what was the new wave of British heavy metal. What memories do you have of that times?
Right, our main memories was playing with bands like Def Leppard, Iron Maiden, Saxon, Motorhead, and it was just what we'd just done that. I mean, it was a style of music that we'd always done, and I think we were quite influenced by punk rock. Can you remember punk? You know, Sex Pistols, that type of thing. Because it was very simple, you know, and we play very simple type of music. You know, it was just very raw and powerful, but very simple. You know, so that's the sort of style we'd always had. And then it's just that the press, you know, people like Sam's magazine at that time, they come up with this phrase of new wave of British heavy metal. But I mean, that's what we'd already done, you know. And so they grouped together a lot of bands, like I said, you know, that were going around at that time, and we just was part of it. But I think our most fantastic memories was playing all the pubs and clubs, you know, and gaining a following, and then being asked to go off and play with like Leopard and Maiden and Saxon, you know. So that was great. Okay.
I know that Witchfynde was one of the first bands of the new wave.
Well, we think so. We think we were, but as I say, bands like Saxon and Maiden, they were also part of it as well. You know, it was a nice little group of them. But a lot of bands were based in London, you know, like Angel Witch and Maiden, and we were a bit out of it. You know, we lived in the north of the country, so the London crowd, they didn't used to like us, and the press, because they were all London based, they hated it. You know, they thought we were absolute rubbish. You know, but you know, it's just what we did. Yeah? Okay.
And there was a fairly large patent between 1984 to 1999.
Yes.
What happened then?
What happened? At the end of 1984, the last album we did was The Lords of Sin. That was for a Belgian record company, and we'd also had very bad managers as well. We'd been through a load of different managers, and we'd lost a lot of money. We never saw any money basically, and so I think it had all got a little bit too much. You know, we said we've had enough of this, because we couldn't actually do another record because we were already tied with record companies. So we was in a situation where we couldn't really move, and so we all went off. I mean, we never disbanded. We all remained friends and contact with each other, but we just got into different things. You know, I started playing some classical music and things like that. And then in 1999, what happened between those periods was that the internet came. You know, I mean, when we first started, there was no internet. You know, it was all word of mouth and magazines. There was no internet at all. So in 1999, the internet was there, and different people had been talking about Witchfynde, including, of course, Lars Ulrich, you know, and Metallica.
Yes.
So then people started Googling and doing all this sort of business and finding out about Witchfynde, and people had been releasing our past albums, you know, and again, we didn't know about it. So it came to us, and then we started getting promoters asking us to do things. So we got back together again and wondered how it sounded, and we enjoyed it, and it still sounded okay to us. And so we were back out again.
Okay.
Okay.
Your last studio album, Played to Death, that's back to 2008.
Yes.
Surely. Open Witchfynde CD. Your last album on studio was Played to Death. That's back to the 2008.
Yes.
It will go another disc of Witchfynde.
Well, the thing is, we desperately want to do another album, and we desperately want to get the new songs all together. But people keep asking us to play gigs, and so we do a lot of work in doing live shows, and we never get the time to sit down in a studio and get a new album out. But we need to. We've got to be more disciplined. We've got to get stuck in, you know. And after this show tonight, we're going to spend more time just locked away, writing some new songs and recording some new songs. And hopefully we want to do a live album as well. We want to do a live album based on a show that we're going to do next spring with Diamond Head. We're going to record that, video it, do a live DVD, and have some new Witchfynde songs on that as well.
Oh.
So that's the plan.
Oh, this is very good.
Unless somebody pops up and say, we need you to come to South America in the meantime, and then we'll say, we haven't had time to write any songs again. So it's just how it is, but yeah.
Okay. It's the first time that you play in Spain.
Yeah.
Why you don't play in Spain?
Because nobody's asked us before.
I
tell you, if anybody asks us, we'll go anywhere. We'll do anywhere. You know, we like going everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just that, you know, a promoter or somebody has never asked us.
Yeah.
But if as long as they'll pay for the flights.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't ask for loads of money. We're not into money. We just enjoy doing it. But as long as it doesn't cost us anything, we'll go anywhere.
Okay.
As long as people are interested. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What can we expect from the shows tonight?
Well, hopefully, if people know the songs, if people know our 4 albums, there'll be songs from across the whole albums, and hopefully, you know, people will just enjoy it, you know, get into the mood of it and get the vibe, and yeah, it's just pure and simple. So yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you have to tell me afterwards whether you enjoyed it. Yeah, but you'll expect the songs that, you know, everybody knows. Really.
What is the scene of heavy metal in England?
In England? It's all right. It's all right. It's better than it was 10 years ago. It's better than it was when we stopped in '89. Put it that way. You know, in fact, you know, look, we play in London quite a lot now, and they like us, and England is quite good. Yeah, it is. It's quite good, and we're surprised, you know. And people, you know, people like us still.
Can you recommend to me any band of England? Can you recommend to me any band?
Well, you've probably heard all of the bands that I would recommend. As I say, we're very good friends with Diamond Head. Do you know Diamond Head?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we're good friends with Diamond Head. They're good lads. They're good lads. So, yeah, I don't go out and see many new bands, so I couldn't recommend any new bands. You know. But I mean, I still go out and see guitar players because I love guitar players, and I guess people like, you know, Joe Satriani, Richie Blackmore, you know, they're who I see. So.
Do you know that Richie Blackmore will return?
Yes, and I can't get the tickets.
Okay.
He's doing 3 shows, and they sold out like that.
Yeah.
I've seen Richie Blackmore doing the Blackmore's Night.
You see him playing with Blackmore Night?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I like any guitar music. You know, I mean, any music that's produced well, played well, I like. You know, it doesn't matter what time. You know, if it's played good, and the thing is, if it's played from the heart, That's what's important.
Okay.
Yeah?
It's not important the type of music. The important is
The feel.
The feel that you transmit to the other people.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything more to add?
No, I can't think of anything more. I think I'd better get myself ready. We'll still be a bit talking. Is that all right?
Sorry?
Is that okay? Are you all right with that?
Yes.
Yes, good.
And it's all thanks. And can you send the greeting for our magazine Young Metal?
Sorry.
And can you send a greeting for our magazine Young Metal?
Young Metal?
Yes. Young Metal.
Right. Okay.
Young Metal.
Right. Well.
Send a greeting from the magazine.
Right. Okay, my sincere greetings from Montalo Witchfynde to Young Metal. Fantastic.